Everybody, yo, my name's Harry James. The Oklahoma Sooners earn another 10-win season and finish second, tied for second, I should say, in the conference. Oklahoma State actually won the split, but finishing second in a conference, finishing 10-2, not a bad look. How did they finish 10-2? Well, the Sooner keeps their Big 12 championship hope games alive with a huge, as Mike Steele would call it, second quarter. Oklahoma wins the game 69-45. Tell you how they got to a 69-45 final and how next year, a 10-win season, baby, I mean, it's good to get 10 wins. It's good. It feels good. It is 10 wins. Tell you why 10 wins feels so good. Coming up, plus, we'll review what happened in Norman on senior night between the Sooners and the Froggies of TCU. Right now! You guys know me, I'm Harry James. Welcome back to the show. Alright, before we get to the recap, I want to tell you what I meant when I said what I said about having a 10-win season in Norman, and that's a good thing. Of course, as we all know, this last season, Oklahoma State, and Texas all finished with 10 wins and at the top of the conference. Let me tell you how many 10-win seasons they have over in the SEC, where Oklahoma and Texas, by the way, next year are going to be playing. Of course, Georgia's up there. Missouri's up there. Alabama, Ole Miss, and LSU is sitting fine and pretty at 9. And Kentucky is just behind there at 8. Guys, that is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams. Boys. And with 10 win seasons, that is 4 teams. LSU, give or take a game going one way or the other, that is 5 teams in the top of college football with 10 wins. It is a good year to have 10 wins. Oklahoma, by the way, next year will have to go to a couple of those 10 winners. Missouri, Ole Miss, LSU, they will all host the Sooners. And, of course, a home game with another 10-win season in Alabama. All right, but before we get to the SEC talk and any of that, let's talk about the final game in the Big 12 Conference. As the Sooner keeps their Big 12 championship hopes alive this year with a huge second quarter in Norman. 69-45 the final in Oklahoma. All right, this is how it looked for the Sooners and the Froggies. The Horned Frogs of TCU, Josh Hoover, 334, 4 touchdowns and a pick. His longest completion, 48 yards. For Oklahoma, 400 yards in the air, 3 touchdowns, a pick, and a long completion pass from 59 yards. Running the ball for TCU, Emory Bailey, 21 carries, 150 yards and a touchdown. His longest run, 49 yards. Also, Savion Williams had 3 attempts for 18 yards, 0 touchdowns, and he got a long distance run from 11 yards. For Oklahoma, guys, I understand Ollie Gordon's having a great year for Oklahoma State, but for Oklahoma, Gavin Sawchuk's having another great year. For Oklahoma's sake, Number 27, Gavin Sawchuk, 22 carries, a buck 30 on the ground, 3 touchdowns, including a monster run from 41 yards. Also for the Sooners, it's Dylan Gabriel, 7 attempts for 36 yards and a touchdown, and a long distance run from 40 yards in the ball game. So we go from the rushers to the receivers. For TCU, by the way, number 11, JoJo Earl, and 13, Jalen Robinson were the 2 main players there. JoJo Earl, 4 catches for 94 yards and a touchdown. Longest completion, 48 yards. Jalen Robinson, 3 catches, 50 yards, 0 touchdowns. A long reception from 27 yards. For OU, guys, it was his final game in the conference. Final game of the year. Drake Stoops, final game at Oklahoma. What a stat line. 12 catches, a buck 25 through the air, and a touchdown, and a long distance reception from 25 yards out. Number 4, Nick Anderson, matched his jersey number with 4 receptions to go with 97 yards, 0 touchdowns, and a long distance reception from 50 yards. Defensively, Jamari Hodge and Shad Banks Jr. First, Jamari Hodge, number 6, 14 tackles for TCU, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, 0 picks from a linebacker. And Shad Banks Jr., 11 total tackles, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, 0 picks from a defensive back spot. So you go from TCU to Oklahoma, and for Oklahoma, leading tacklers, Billy Bowman and Danny Stutzman. Billy Bowman, by the way, 9 total tackles, 0 forced fumbles, 0 picks, and 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, and a pick. DB, we'll talk about the pick later. For Danny Boy, 8 tackles, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, 0 picks from linebacker. Special teams wise, Jordy Sandy for TCU. Sandy, 5 attempts for punts to average 43.8 in average. 1 ball landed inside the 20-yard line, 1 touchback, and a long distance punt from 50. For the Sooners, the new punter is Luke Elzanga. He's had the job basically all year. This time, 1 punt for 48 yards in average, 0 lands inside the 20-yard line, 0 touchbacks, and a long distance kick from 48 yards. Kicking, the regular kicking, all good tonight for both sides. Griffin Kell and Zach Schmidt. Let's talk about Griffin Kell first. Griffin Kell on regular field goals, 1 for 1 for 100%, and a long kick from 23 yards, and not adequate on the misses. For Oklahoma, Zach Schmidt, 2 for 2 from 21 and 23 yards out. Or 23 and 40 yards out. 23 was the gimme. The 40-yarder was the big one. 0 misses on the night, by the way, for Schmitty, the kicker Schmitty. So that's how it happened statistically. Let's take a look at a recap of how it happened on the field. On the field, Oklahoma got started right away. Dylan Gabriel, 8-yard touchdown run to get it started. 7-0 Oklahoma. 11:33 left. Sooners lead. Sooners hold on to the lead, but give up the touchdown to from Josh Hoover to Josh Hoover with a 3-yard touchdown run, but the PAT is missed. Oklahoma leads at 7-6 with 8:53 left. Oklahoma leads. Little insurance. Here we go. Little insurance. Dylan Gabriel, 59-yard touchdown pass to Jaden Gibson. 14-6 Oklahoma. 7:42 left. Sooners lead. TCU comes back to answer all in the first quarter, by the way. Josh Hoover, 6-yard touchdown run. Or pass. 6-yard touchdown pass. Number 11, JoJo Earl. 14-13. Sooners lead, though. with about 2 minutes left in the quarter. Kickoff, second quarter starts off, and Oklahoma goes for an answer. Number 8, Dylan Gabriel, 53-yard bomb to former Texas receiver Brendan Thompson. Touchdown, Oklahoma. 21-13. OU leads. 14:33 left. Then it became the Gavin Sawchuk show. His first one from 12 yards out gave the Sooners a little insurance. 28-13 with 6:15 left. With 6:15 left. Or with about 13 left. Then a 7-yard touchdown run from, you guessed it, Gavin Sawchuk. 6:15 left. 35-13. Oklahoma's starting to run away. Talway Walker, he also gets in. 42-13. Oklahoma, with 3:18 left, is walking all over TCU. TCU, not to be outdone, with 8 seconds left, kicks a 23-yard field goal to get themselves on the board and feeling good. 42-16. Field goal by number 39, Griffin Kell from 23 yards, up and good. 8 seconds left in the quarter. Till half, at least, I should say. Also, Sooners lead 42-16. What about 45-16? Here we go. Second half, Oklahoma gets a 23-yard field goal of their own right to match the 23-yarder by Griffin Kell. This one by Zach Schmidt. 45-16. 9:51 left. Sooners lead. This is when it gets kind of interesting. Emory Bailey, 32-yard touchdown run for TCU, up and good. GAT. 7:51 left, and we got us a ball game now. TCU pulls it even closer with when number 10, Josh Hoover, throws a 3-yard touchdown run pass to number 19, Jared Wiley. 45-29. 45-31 after a 2-point conversion. Back to the Josh Hoover Jaden Wiley match. 5:14 left. Sooners, though, still lead. This is when Drake got in. Number 8, Dylan Gabriel, throws a 9-yard touchdown pass to the man of the evening, the senior, the one that will be missed, the one, the only, number 12, Drake Stoops. 52-31 is your score. 2:46 left in the third quarter. Emory Bailey gets back in with his own right with a 12-yard TCU touchdown run. 52-38 right now. 39 seconds left. Sooners, though, still lead. Fourth quarter. This is when Zach got his confidence back for the longer field goals. Hitting a 40-yard ball by the Smitter. 55-38. 10:14 left. Sooners lead. Then Gavin Sawchuk puts a little insurance in on the deal. The 9-yard touchdown run. 62-38. 6:30 left. Sooners lead. Then the play of the game defensively. Billy Bowman, 45-yard pick six off of Josh Hoover. 69-38 with 6:02 left. Sooners lead. Final score, final touchdown of the night, and in the Big 12 goes to TCU. At least in Norman, I should say. And for Oklahoma, goes to the TCU Horned Frogs. Josh Hoover, 5-yard touchdown pass, again to Jared Wiley. 69-45 the final. 2:22 left for this one in this ball game. Sooners still lead. All right. Jeff Lebby's offensive play of the game. Dylan Gabriel, 53-yard touchdown pass to Brennan Thompson to really get the offense starting to click in the second quarter. There we go. And the Ted Roof defensive play of the game was the interception from Billy. Billy Bowman, 45-yard pick off of Josh Hoover. This one returned for a touchdown. All right. All right, guys. That will wrap up the TCU review. We'll do a bowl preview specifically for OU when everything's settled and done. Next week, by the way, I will be in Arlington. Well, I've already been planning this for months, by the way, for all you OSU fans. I'd already made preparations to go see the Dallas Cowboys play the Seattle Seahawks on Thursday. I'll tour the stadium on Friday, and I'm going to go actually see the Mavs and the Thunder play on Saturday night. So if you're going to be there for any of those games and you want to say what's up, come on by. I don't mind saying hi. I like to talk sports with you guys. So with that being said, Sunday might be a little later on Sunday, kind of like last time I went to see the Cowboys play, but you will get your basketball preview and reviews in. College football picks will be in, and at the appropriate time, we'll do a Oklahoma Sooner Bowl preview show. Till then, you guys know me. I'm Harry James. Catch this and all my other videos on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, Twitter, The Hype Man Harry, or on YouTube, 1982 Boomer Center. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and it's been a great year. Another 10-win season in the books, boys. Hopefully we get another 10-win season next year when we're in the SEC. All right, guys, see y'all next time for the basketball one. Or if you're just for football, see you guys when we play in the SEC. Till then, boys, I'm out of here. Deuces. Peace, love, and war, baby. Here we go. Boomer.